Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're just going to be going through our little beauty hacks and like tips and tricks to save you lots of money on makeup and beauty products, because if you are a makeup lover, you know how expensive this thing can get. So if you're interested in seeing what we have to say, then just keep on watching. So first we're going to go with the obvious. Make sure and shop sales. Like, don't just run out and buy something at full price when you know it'll be on sale. Like, let's say like L'Oreal and Maybelline at Ulta are always on sale if you wait like a week.
They also have like the $3.50 off $15 coupons like all the time. So
yeah, always shop sales and yeah, like coupons and like value deals. So like I have a face wash from Philosophy that I really love. And this isn't the exact price because I don't really know what it is, but let's say that the 8-ounce size is $15 and the 16-ounce size is $20. Like, it's not going to be like that, but you know, like, always get the best bang for your buck. So obviously you're going to get the big one because it's actually cheaper. So just keep that in mind.
That really only applies to like skincare and stuff, because you don't necessarily need the biggest freaking bronzer you can find. If you have multiple in your collection, because bronzers can take a while to go through, things like that. So just like be mindful of what giant products you actually need versus what you don't actually need. So one thing that I recently have done and slightly failed at was a no-buy. I put myself on a 6-month no-buy. I broke that for sure. But I am sort of on a low-buy sort of situation now, and it's actually very helpful. So I used to just, like, every time I went into Target or Ulta or wherever I was going, I'd be like, oh, let me buy this. Let me buy this. That doesn't really call to me, but let me buy it anyway. You know, like I was just like grabbing stuff and spending money for no reason. And now that I went on my no buy for really a couple months, I realized like half the stuff that I was like looking at beforehand, I don't actually want. Like, I have tons of Ulta points right now that I'm trying to spend, and nothing actually calls to me, when before I was just buying crap left and right that I knew I didn't need or really want, but I was like, it's makeup, you know? So that's the no buy low buy situation. Really helps. Like, really examine products before you decide to buy them. Like for eyeshadow, at least we have many eyeshadow, and we don't need a million more. Yeah, we definitely don't need another neutral palette, even if it's like a cheap one, you know, like if BH came out with a new neutral palette, I'd be like, ah! But I don't need it because I don't wear neutrals ever.
And then just another kind of like, not obvious one, but this is always really helpful, is to shop at places that do have like a good point system where you can get money back and all of that. So Ulta has a really great point system, whereas Sephora does not. So right now I do have, or I can get the $100 coupon at Sephora, $100 like gift card thing with my points. But I had to get 2,500 points to get that. That is $2,500, except for, no, I mean, you get double points at Ulta or at Sephora when you're at my status. But that's a lot of money. Like, I shouldn't have to spend that much money to get that. But at Ulta right now, I've got like 150 bucks in points, and I have their Ulta credit card, which I just use as like a debit card. I pay it off right after I buy something. But you get double points on that, and they have like really good deals where it'll be like, oh, 4 times the points on this product, and it was like the Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray, which is something I use, so I got that. So just places with like good point system and like money back, it's gonna give you a lot of like free stuff, and then you can just save up your points and then kind of do like a little haul. It's lovely.
There's also like different apps and websites that you can use for that. I don't use any of these, but I've heard really great things about like Ebates and Shop Tagger and things like that, like money back for Ebates, and then Shop Tagger will notify you when a product you want goes on sale or something of that nature. So those are always good options to look into. I don't have them, but I always think I should get them, and then I just don't. So
yeah, so I mean, since we are not in school, we do have a full-time job, like a big girl job, so we are not like crunched on money. So for some people, like, that may be like a lifesaver, like Ebates might be, where you get cash back on things. But for us, like, it's just nice to save money. It's not necessary for our living circumstances, if that makes sense.
I mean, we do live at home though, so
we're trying to save up for a house, so we've been implementing a lot of like savings things into our lives because houses are expensive. And then dupes. So dupes are going to be lifesavers. Looking for dupes in your collection especially are really good. Kelly Gooch, will link her channel below. She does that all the time where she looks for dupes in her collection of a new palette that just came out. Or if you're one of those people that buys like lots of single shadows, that's really good too because you might be able to find something similar. We did just get the new ABH Rivera palette. But to me, the only colors that we don't have are some of the like silvery blues. But that palette is easily dupable in my opinion. We just bought it for the ABH formula. But like, always look for dupes in your collection because there's a ton of dupes that you can find. Like hot pinks, they're so easy to find in the collection, like for us anyway. So this just kind of depends on how big your makeup collection is, but I would think if you're watching this, you probably like makeup.
One thing that we've been doing, we used to be like obsessed with the Sonia Kashuk like brush spray, and don't get me wrong, that stuff is fire. However, it's like 20 bucks for the full-size bottle, and that's pricey, okay? That's really expensive for a brush spray, especially when you are lazy like us and don't clean your brushes ever. So what I looked up online, like really good cheap like brush cleaners that you can get, and everybody was like, oh, Sonia Kashuk. I'm like, that's not cheap, you know? So somebody said that basically all brush cleaners are the same formula of just like rubbing alcohol and water. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I made brush cleaner. We just put it in the Thayer's Witch Hazel toner bottle. This is rubbing alcohol and then a little bit of water pretty much. And they said like you can add like an essential oil if you're really feeling fancy and want like the smell not to be alcohol-y. But using this has been so good. It cleans your brushes really great. I mean, it's probably not great for them. It's rubbing alcohol. It probably dries out the bristles or whatever. I don't really care.
You can condition them when you wash them.
It works really well. And we also bought like washcloths, just really cheap washcloths. Yes, this. Like really cheap washcloths. We got this at Target. I got like a pack of 4 for like $5 or something. And I use this to clean off my brushes rather than like a
color switch.
Like a color switch or a even like a makeup remover wipe I used to use, because these are washable and reusable, and this is cheap as heck to make. So
99 cents for a big bottle of rubbing alcohol typically, so
fantastic.
Hella cheap. And then, so this is going to be my example for this, but multi-purpose products are very helpful. So Aquaphor is my example. You can use it. It's a wonder product. So like you can use it on your lips. It's like the best lip balm in the world. Well,
pretty close.
It's pretty good. Or you can use it all over your face on top of your skincare as like an overnight mask, or you can use it on your elbows if they're too dry, or like dry patches on your skin. It's just one of those products that works so well. You can get like a huge tub of it for like 13 bucks, which we've had for like a year and have made a small dent in. You can put it all over your feet to like help with like calluses and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
So like things like that, multi-use products that are super inexpensive are going to be helpful, because if you use that as an overnight mask, there's no reason for you to go out and buy an overnight mask if you can just use that and it makes your skin feel delicious. So things like that are going to save you lots of money in the long run.
Don't conflate the performance of drugstore makeup with high-end. Like they're interchangeably good. It's all based on basically your skill level, which sounds bad. I mean, some drugstore products are bad, some high-end products are bad. That's just how it works. But if you're not good at eyeshadow, if you get a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, it's not gonna look any better than a Profusion eyeshadow palette, you know? It's just based on what you like, what your preferences are. So I'm a slut for a drugstore foundation. I just love drugstore foundations. I have found so many good ones that work for me. The only one that has not yet been matched is Natasha Denona Face Glow. But that is a whole nother subject. But you can get really good concealers, really good foundations at the drugstore. I generally splurge on eyeshadow palettes. That's what I like to do. But as far as base products go, there are so many affordable options. So just be mindful of that. You don't need a freaking Laura Mercier foundation. You can get a Maybelline one for way cheaper. That's just as good.
Yeah, and then just same, like in that same realm, like it doesn't necessarily have to be something you buy at Target. Like if you go to Ulta, they've got super inexpensive palettes for really good. Garnett. So this is the BH Zodiac Love Signs palette. It's their second Zodiac palette. The original one's bomb too. I used this on my eyes today. Performs amazing. The color story is amazing. It's really great. It's like 20 bucks. It's got it's got neutrals, it's got colors, like it's really good, and 20 bucks could be pricey, but BH is always having sales. Ulta is always having sales, things like that. So eyeshadows are definitely more the splurge product, but you can also go for more affordable brands like Morphe if you would like to.
Or Profusion. Profusion has some fantastic eyeshadows, and they're the cheapest that I've found,
So just always be on the lookout for that instead of thinking that you need to go buy a Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath palette to have beautiful eyeshadow, because that's not the case. And then some things that I personally do every week. I'm not self-tanned currently. I have a little bit of crusty from a spray tan left because Suntan City had free spray tan week, so keep that in mind, go get free spray tans when you can. But self-tanner is way cheaper than buying a tanning package, way better for your skin. You can get way darker way faster. I prefer the look of a natural tan because it doesn't get patchy or anything like that. But you can get self-tanners for, as cheap as like 15 bucks, and they work really well and they last a week, and then you just scrub them off and do it again. It's not for the faint of heart. It is a lot of work, but it's something that I personally enjoy. I am almost always self-tanned. Ever since I started self-tanning 1.5 years ago, I just never stopped. No, God, that was a lot longer. It was when I was in college.
Yeah.
I started self-tanning in college before I dropped out. I dropped out because of the tanner.
How long has that been? Like 3 years ago now?
2.5 maybe?
Holy moly.
But self-tanner's bomb and it's cheap. So like even if you buy the Loving Tan one and it's like 50 bucks, that's still gonna last you like 6 months. So it's still way cheaper than buying a tanning package. So just keep that in mind. And then the other thing that I always do is I do my own nails. So these are kind of weird because they were a nude color, and then I washed my hair and my hair's green, so now they're kind of like a dusty nude. They're not the cutest. But I normally have like big long claws on. I've just been preferring something a little bit more relaxed lately. But doing them at home is so nice. I use these nails. They're called EC Coffin nails. I buy them on Amazon. $7 for like a pack of 500. And I just scrub down. If you just like search up like nails at home, people will tell you exactly how to do it. But if you file down your actual nail and rub it with rubbing alcohol, your nails are gonna stick for a while. Depending on what you're working with underneath. We both bite our nails
like horribly,
quite badly.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen, but like my nails are down to the stubbins. I'm not even gonna zoom you in because it's disgusting. It's my worst habit, and I'm still working to break it. But
so nails can be really helpful for that, but if your nails are like really bitten and they're shorter, they're not gonna last like 2 weeks like they would on somebody with longer nails. Mine aren't good under my nails, but they're better than they have been. So it does help break the habit as well. So that's saving, $50 every 2 weeks to go get your nails done professionally. So it saves a ton of money. It's like $7 for a thing of 500. So like, I cannot complain.
So yeah, that is the bulk of our tips on saving money with beauty products. So if you enjoy this type of video, then please subscribe. There's a button on either side of us. It's red. You can click that. That'll work just beautifully. You can follow us on Instagram at Twintorials. We do post often, and we hope to see you in the next video.
Bye.